Hello and welcome. We're going to be taking a look at Dicey Dungeons. We're going to start with a warrior. I played the first 5, and I've beaten 1 and 2 on the warrior. But we'll just do 1 since we're doing a let's look at. Alright, so you start out, it's like think of a board game. You're on the board and you need to move to the spots. So you have enemies, equipment, and apples are health when they appear, and there's shops. The whole game runs on a D6 style engine, I don't know, thing. So you can put the dice that you roll down here. We get to roll 2 dice per turn. And you can put your dice up here and anything that it applies to, so we can re-roll to try to get bigger numbers for our sword. So 4 was the best we got. We have to end our turn. We have 24 health, he has 12, and these are his skills. So we have the best roll right off the bat. So what we have to do, we could re-roll, but it doesn't do anything. Pretty much, no matter what, we got him. We got 1 experience point, 1 coin, and once we fill up this bar, we hit the next level, so experience goes there. Next, let's get our equipment. Hammer is good, so whatever die we put in there, it'll do that much damage, and if we put a 6 in there, it inflicts 1 shock. I'll show you what shock does if we get a 6. We did. So on a 6, shock, so now temporarily disables random equipment. So his only equipment is going to be locked. And we could re-roll this to try to get a 6, but what are the odds we get a 6? 1 in 6. So I'm not willing to take the risk. It's lethal. We get 1 experience point, level up, maximum health increased by 4. We got another coin, and now each turn we get an extra die. Next floor, so now we have the health, and a shop, and equipment, and then all of these guys. Certain enemies are strong or weak against things, like this guy is weak against shock, which is what our hammer does. So no matter what, we'll be doing double damage with whatever we put in here, but we still want a 6. We got it, so that's 12 damage and a shot. And since we have 2 dice down here, we can put the 4 in there, or we can roll the 3 just to see if we get 1 better, and we did. So now he's only not going to be able to do anything anyway, but the shock was still nice. That's good, that's lethal, so we got him. So he was level 2, so we got 2 experience. I like opening up whatever gives us health first, so I went with him instead of her. That way we could have the health if we needed it. So now we're going to go to the marshmallow, because when we level up, we'll heal the full. So we'll just take him out. Reroll, try to get a higher number. We did. Pretty good turn. So now he's only has access to 1 of his abilities. And he did a burn effect, so now if we use the die that he set on fire, we take 2 damage. So we're going to try to avoid using it. That's the best we could get, and that's the best we get. Didn't even take his burn damage. He'd rather do 6 than burn, which is fine. And we could keep rolling for higher dice, but that's lethal, so why would we do that? It's a level, 4 more HP, and this time we get to pick equipment, and I'm going to go with the spiked shield. So now if you want to manage your equipment, since we're getting a decent amount, it's here. This is stuff you can't use, which we don't have anything in there anyway in the backpack. And this is equipped. So Usually you have 6 slots, but these take up 2 slots. So our spike shield now, you can put a maximum of 5 that you rolled, so 1 to 5. You can't put a 6 in there, and if you put an even in there, it does that much damage. So a 2 and a 4, it'll do either 2 or 4 damage. An odd, you'll gain that much shield. So it's a good way for us to have some defense. She is strong against poison. I've never used poison against someone strong against it, but I think that means that she'll take half damage. Okay, so we put our 6 in there, which is what we want. A 5 in here, which is the max we can put in. We'll gain shields because it's odd. We'll gain 5 shields. So that means we block incoming damage. So if she attacks us, we'll block up to 5. And I don't want to reroll and lose our 5, so I'll just put it in sword. Okay, I think we're going to use our first limit break or special ability, superpower, whatever it is. Fury for the warrior doubles your next action. So if we get a 6, we're not going to use it actually. We're going to attack, and we want to save our odd for shields. So now I really don't want to use it. We'll save it for the next combat. We get a 3, it's gone. New equipment, bump, that's pretty good. I'll show you what it does in just a second. We saved our health. Now we can go in here. And this is the shop, so we have 5 coins to spend. And honestly, I don't want any of that. Next floor. There's a total of 6 floors. As you can see down here, we're on floor 3. Now, if we wanted to get rid of something to put in bump, which we might, I'd probably get rid of sword, but we're going to wait until we have another 1 slot equipment, I think. Oh, great roll. And I think we will use that. I didn't feel like re-rolling for higher. Yeah, that's not good. Did 5 total damage. And right here we got it. Little guy. Okay, let's see what we get here. Hopefully it's a 1 slot. It is. That's good. So now I'm willing to take out sword for bump and chocolate cookie. So when you put a die in there, it bumps it up. So if you put a 5 in there, it's a 6. Put a 1 in there, it's a 2, so on and so forth. If you put a 6 in there, it'll create an extra die. It'll be a 6 and a 1 that you get back. Chocolate cookie, the 12 in there means that if you put a total of 12, you add up the face value of the dice, and you put 12 in there, you repeat your next attack, just like our Fury limit break. And I think we should grab an apple. And then we'll fight the bully, who's level 3. And that should be enough for us to level up after this. So, that's good. That's good. We'll hope to get a 5 or a 6. And then we should be primed for next turn. Let's get these 2s a little bit higher, hopefully. Or absolutely, it will not work. And that's just what we have to deal with. Next, I want shields. And we'll put 1 in there, 2 in there. Bad turn. You'll have those, though. Yep. 2 up. Okay. Let's try to get it up a little bit more. 6, perfect. This is actually the perfect turn for us. So we want to shield ourselves. We want the 4 in there. So we repeat this next action. And his rocks go away once he throws them. So we only did 3, which went into our 5 shield, making it 2. So that's pretty good. Go for the glory. It didn't work. That's okay. And the number counter carries on to the next turn, so we'll have a 9 for next turn, as you already saw. He's going right into our shields again. That's fine. Try to get that 2 higher. Go for the glory. Nope. Bump that up. Okay, I made a mistake there, but we can still get him. I should have kept that at 4, and it would have been lethal. I wasn't paying attention. You have to be careful. So we leveled up, got more HP, and an extra die. Yeah, you have to be careful. Sometimes you get so lost in your combos that you forget that you could simply just get rid of them. I think upgrading bump, making 2 uses, is better. So whenever you see an anvil, you can upgrade a card. Any card in your equipment or backpack. I don't think we want that. Or do we? We'll lose our shock potential. But if we put a 6 in there, that's 8, which we can double with chocolate cookie. We can try it out. Yeah, we'll try it out. I don't know. And even though we could get to the exit, you should fight the enemies. Because if you fight all of the enemies, you have max level for the final boss. So you should always do that. I want to get max shields that we can get, and we'll bump that up for a 5 to do 7 damage. And then we can feed chocolate cookie for next turn. And 3 poison, that'll go into our no, it goes past our shields, so shields actually do nothing for us. I forgot that that's what that guy did. So shields don't do anything, so we should put 4s in there. 4s are the best outcome. A 6 is good for that. And this as good as our turn gets. I forgot that here's all poison damage, so it's really not going to help us to put shields, so we want the even 4s to do damage with spike shield. Great turn. We got him. And we saved an apple, so we will be max health for the next 4. 4. Let's open ourselves. Well, either way we go, we're open to the apple. So we'll go for the harder enemy first. Why not? Yeah, let's make sure we know what she does. She does do damage. So a 5 is the best for that spot. Try to get a better number. The broadsword, we did. So we should bump. And then we set up for next turn. Plus we did 8 damage this turn, which isn't bad. Fine, we blocked it. All in all, good. So she did the freeze ability, so we're frozen. So the highest die, I think that's how you phrase that. The highest die that we rolled is dropped to a 1, which for us isn't a huge deal, because we can just re-roll it. And we have our perfect turn. No point in messing with it too, it won't do anything. I guess it didn't matter. It was confusing though. Oh man, both our sixes. That's rough. And we only got twos. Wow. Okay. One shield's not a lot, but it's something. We'll bump this up to a 4. Feed those. 6. So, with a 4 and a 6, we have lethal next turn. Bump. Or no, we don't. Now we do. She healed, I didn't notice. Alright, at least I think she did. I hope my math's not that off. So we only suffered 2, so why heal? We'll just go here, which should be, yeah, trade. And this is absolutely a better trade. We went from just dealing whatever we put in there to doing whatever we put in there, plus on a 6, inflict 1 burn. Now we don't have room for it. Still nice to have. I should have went to the Kraken or whatever he is. But I think we'll take less damage on this guy, that's why I did it the way I did. Bump. Bump. Perfect. That's good. Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay. So we double bump. That. The shield. Those fit into there. That's 18 damage. Or 16 damage, sorry. Oh, he's going to get some decent damage into our shields, though. I guess it doesn't matter. Just bump that. Make it a nice even 4. That's 8 damage, and that's 4 damage. Okay, so after we fight the Kraken, we're going to level up, and you can make sure of that if you missed it in that screen. You can make sure down here, level up in 4, in the Stars Experience. He's a level 4, so we'll get enough for the level. So we might as well heal before we fight him. You can always look at his abilities by pressing up here. I don't know if I said that already. So he needs a 4 to curse us, which if that happens I'll explain what it is. But basically, without showing you what it is, there's a chance that our abilities won't work, our equipment won't work. Overwhelm, 1 damage plus 1 each use. That's pretty good for him. Because he gets 5 dice if they're all even. You can pump them all into there. That's a lot of damage. Camouflage will blind our dice, which means I can't tell what the values are down here. So that's good right there. Hopefully we get a high number. 6, great. 1, terrible. So we should just bump this, put it here, and deal 8 damage. Okay, now things are getting tricky for us. So we have to work with what we know. That works. Grab our shields, and that doesn't matter. All into our shields, that's fine. Okay, so we want that to be... That works. Now, what I want to do, just so we can get out of this fight... No, I should save it, because we're going to heal after the fight anyway. Yeah, I should save it. Why wouldn't I? I was going to Fury so we could double broadsword, dealing 16 damage, put a 4 into Spike Shield to get the kill. But I should just save the Fury. So now our equipment might not work, and it takes the die with Curse. So we know that's a 6 now. That's good. Curse, fine. You gone anyway. We wanted to curse something that wasn't our main damage dealer. Full health. And we're going to upgrade. We want... That's only 3 extra damage, so that's not really worth it in my opinion. I think we might upgrade chocolate cookie. Staff's not really good for our build at the moment. Okay, so we have to fight the snowman first. And even though I just said I don't really want staff, I think for the snowman's sake, we're going to staff and whip. Because he's weak to fire. So let's try to get our higher numbers. There's a 6. There's a 6. That's fine. So we want our 6. We want a 6 and a 2 in there and a 6 in there. We chose to take, I know it said 2 burn damage, but it was 4, so he just took 8 damage. He hit us pretty hard though. He froze all of our dice. So, time to reroll. Let's get our equipment back the way we want it. Okay. Who should we fight next? Well, I don't know if we should upgrade. I guess yeah, it's not the best, but it's what we're going with. Let's open ourselves up with, for HP. We need HP, and it's starting to look a little dicey. Skeleton. Let's do skeleton. Trying to look a little dicey. Get it? Get that shield applied. Give our 6 for there. That's good. Good turn. Hopefully he doesn't deal too much damage. 8, 3. That's okay, I can handle that. 6 please, 6 please. 6 please. Okay. So we should bump that to a 5 for our shield. Bump that to a 5. Dealing 9 damage. So 4 damage. I don't like it, but we need to take both of them out to get our level, so I'm not sure what she does. Max 4, max 4, so we don't want her to roll high, which we can't really help. It's just however it works. That's fantastic. Best thing we can do is take her out before she gets the high note, and that's a good roll for her. That's really good for her. Uh-oh. Okay. Uh-oh. So she weakened us. I haven't explained that yet. When you get weakened, depending on how many weakened you have, we have two. Two of our abilities were made to do less. So they have the minus there. So Chocolate Cookie went from doubling our next attack to doing absolutely nothing. But we can still feed into it for next turn, I believe. Okay, low roll was kind of good for us. For her to get. I still don't think we'll have enough, especially since we're weakened. Oh, that's so bad. So bad. Okay, 5's pointless. Bump. I'm an idiot as well. So there's that. Oh, it's so bad. Okay, we might weasel our way out, but she also weakened us. Yeah. Yeah. Get us out of there. We don't want any part of that. So now we have access to health and a shop which hopefully has health. It does. Amazing. You can always re-enter the shop, just go back. And we should upgrade Spike Shield maybe? Or what was... Nah, that ain't worth it. Oh, we bought our upgrade but didn't get to upgrade anything. I think that's a bug. But it happened. Alright. Yeah, so this game's a little buggy. Let's talk about my overall feelings on it. A little buggy. It obviously needs work, but it's still a fun game. Still a fun game. I'm enjoying it. It's like 15 bucks on Steam. And, you know, if you know what you're getting into, $15 isn't that bad. And it's a fun game. Hopefully they improve upon it, add new stuff. I mean, there's enough content to have fun. There's definitely enough content to, you know, you have all of the different characters, chapters, there's different enemies. So yeah, I think it's worth $15. Just know that you're getting into a game that's kind of buggy and could use a little bit more time. It's fine. Yeah, I'd rather shield up. So we are cursed. Great, that's actually perfect. Max level. Extra die. So now we need to make sure, because we're entering the boss area, we need to make sure that this is... I don't think I've ever fought her either. We need to make sure this is the equipment we want. And I think it is. I don't know if she's strong against anything in particular, but I think this is the best setup we have. If not, oh well. Immune to lock and freeze. Well, it's good that we don't do that. So we basically are guaranteed our best hand every time now. We're just guaranteed 18 damage and 5 shield. I say we're pretty much guaranteed it doesn't happen. We should absolutely shield. Absolutely deal 9 damage and just feed into chocolate cookie. Yeah. Okay. So we're taking the damage. Might as well shield. Might as well bump. Bump. Double. Yep. Please be gentle. Blind dice I can handle. Not a big deal. We bump. Shield. The chocolate cookie. Okay. We're 1 turn away. All she has to do is not obliterate us. Silenced, it can't use Fury, and we're shocked across the board. But that's okay. That is okay. We got the win. Another magnificent win. You always land on the skull. Spoilers. Maybe next time. I think I've only actually ever won on the warrior. I played the rest of them. I've gotten close on, I think, the inventor and the witch and the thief. I think the robot's the only one that I died on like the second floor. It was miserable. Yeah, but that's Dicey Dungeon. Worth $15, I think. Hopefully they continue to support and improve the game. If they do, I think it could be a great game. And if you like this, please leave a like. Talk about it in the comments. And subscribe if you're new around here, which, since I don't really have any subscribers, you are new around here, so you should subscribe. Come on, what's to lose? I'll see you next time.